What is going on, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? This is David here with Mac Tutorials 14. In today's video, we have a lot to talk about because today, March 9th, Apple had their live keynote event for the Apple Watch. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and get started. So first things first, Apple actually went ahead and gave an introduction. Basically, they just went ahead and basically just said, here's the new flagship Apple store in Westlake, China. Apple now has 21 retail stores in China and has big plans to continue growing. And by the end of the year, they want to reach a certain amount of stores in China. Forget exactly the amount. So basically, Tim Cook starts talking about Apple TV. He says, we know that you guys already love Apple TV. It offers so much programming content from the best providers, and now we are also including our favorite HBO. So they actually went ahead and introduced the HBO CEO, and he announced that this new thing was coming out that was called HBO Now. So it's HBO on Apple TV without a cable or a satellite subscription. So coming this April, HBO Now will be available exclusively in the US on Apple TV and on the App Store. It's $14.99 a month, and for a limited time, the first month is free if you sign up on your Apple TV, iPad, or iPhone. So, me personally, I am not a cable cutter just because of the fact that right now I live with my parents. My parents are paying for satellite cable TV. Fios they're paying for, which is cable TV. So, I get to, have that luxury. But I know some people it's just not an option just because cable TV has become really expensive. And there's a lot of channels on there that they really don't even watch. And it's kind of expensive for no reason because you really don't want to watch all those channels. And maybe you only want to watch a certain amount. So for cable cutters, this is a really, really, really good thing that, if you do have an Apple TV. So you can also watch on your iPad or iPhone as well. So this is actually coming exclusively to Apple right now. So, the CEO, like I said, talks about HBO Now, gives like a little preview about some of the things that's supposed to be on HBO Go, HBO Now, sorry, not Go, HBO Now. And then Tim Cook comes back on stage and basically says, we know you love Apple TV, so now we're actually going to lower the price of the Apple TV from $100 now to just $69. So I might look at an Apple TV now just because it's, definitely a lot cheaper. So, they talk about Apple Pay and how it's been accepted at over 700,000 locations, with more locations than apps using it every day so far. So, Tim Cook talks about the frustration of crumbling dollar bills in a vending machine when you're actually trying to get something out of a vending machine. So, he says that there are now hundreds of thousands of vending machines accepting Apple Pay, including more than 40,000 Coca-Cola vending machines. So that means no more uncrumbling dollar bills. So he also said every major car brand is committed to delivering Apple Pay soon, which is nice. He talks about HomeKit and how it's actually transforming devices in people's homes. And then they actually announced this brand new thing called Research Kit. So they talk about how one of the most important areas in iPhone is having an impact on its personal health. Over 900 incredible apps are created with this health kit and are helping people track and manage their own health. For the amazing breakthrough medical researchers have made, they still face big challenges. If there was just a way to actually compile and analyze all of this data more efficiently using iPhone and iPad, then it would be a lot better. So now they are actually introducing this technology. It is a software called Research Kit. It's a framework that's designed to benefit medical research. They basically have a video and they talk to a bunch of medical researchers and say how it's helped them a lot. And how it will continue to help them a lot. So it says over the past year, talented researchers have actually used Research Kit to build apps aimed at serious diseases. They talk a little bit about some of the diseases, including Parkinson. They talk about some of the diseases, including Parkinson's disease, as well as a bunch of other stuff. They talk about diabetes and other stuff. So it says Parkinson's patients can record their symptoms with just iPhone by saying So Jeff Williams explains how ResearchKit and HealthKit work hand in hand. The first apps made with ResearchKit target Parkinson's disease, diabetes, cardiovascular disease, asthma, and breast cancer. So those are the first apps that have actually been designed to work with ResearchKit. So then they actually move on to talking about the new MacBooks. So there it is up on screen, the new MacBooks. So it's a full-size Mac experience. It comes in a couple of different models. It comes in the silver model, space gray model, gold model, and yeah, so that's basically it. So you have basically all of the setup colors that are on the new generation iPhones and iPads as well. So it's cool that Apple's actually trying to update the MacBook line to make it more current, to have the color kind of match with their other devices and stuff like that. So they talk about how at 2 pounds, this is the lightest MacBook ever. They talk about that the MacBook is 24% thinner than the 11-inch MacBook Air. So they talk about how it's got a new full-size keyboard that's been re-engineered from the ground up. It has a new butterfly mechanism that makes each key more stable, more precise, and 40% thinner. Each key is now 4 times more stable and has a 17% larger surface area. There's a new LED under every key, so the entire keyboard has a uniform glow. So all of this, while I was watching this, I was just in complete shock. It was really, really amazing, especially the LED under every key. I thought that was really, really, really awesome. The fact that they just have, because, I have a MacBook right now, which I'm talking to you guys on, and I'm glancing over at my keyboard, and it's illuminating right now because it's kind of dark. But, in the light, it doesn't really illuminate, and it illuminates, but not as much as it could if it's got every specific key. It has that LED in it. So now they talk about a new pressure-sensitive Force Touch trackpad. The Force Touch trackpad has force sensors that detect how much pressure you actually apply on its surface. They talk a little bit more about how sensitive it is and how intuitive it is and all that. It is the first fanless MacBook. Not only does this save space, but it also allows the new MacBook to run in silence. So they talk about the logic board being 67% smaller than the one in the 11-inch MacBook Air. They talk about how it gets everyday battery life, which did surprise me because, to be honest, a lot of Apple's products don't really get everyday battery life. My iPhone, I'm going to blame it on myself because my iPhone is jailbroken, but generally I get a good, 6 to 7 hours of constant usage on my phone every single day. And thankfully, I don't use my phone every single day, every hour on the hour, all the time, because I have a computer, I have an iPad, so I do use other Apple devices that actually get me through the day. But my phone, is definitely an important part of my day, and it kind of sucks that, halfway through the day, it's already dead. So this is definitely good. They also did announce this brand new USB-C port. So it gives you 5 ports in one. The new connectivity standard gives you power, USB data transfer, DisplayPort, HDMI, and VGA capabilities all within one USB port. So this is really nice, but also kind of annoying because at the same time, if you want to plug in multiple things, then you might have to get an adapter. So it's not all built in. So that is kind of really annoying. So they talk about how energy efficient it is. So let's go ahead and move on to, before I do that though, they did say that the new MacBook will be shipping April 10th. They also talked about the MacBook Air getting a performance boost. It's going to get Intel Core processors with the 5th generation and Thunderbolt 2, as well as the 13-inch MacBook Pro. It's also getting a little bit of a refresh with new processors. And now they move on to the Apple Watch. So they start talking about the different models of the Apple Watch, of course, which is the Apple Watch Sport, and the Apple Watch Edition. So each is a different category. They talk about the Apple Watch for a while, how you can customize watch faces and all that kind of stuff. Personally, I thought this was really, really awesome. When you receive a notification, the Taptic engine alerts you with a gentle tap. You can also see who's calling without having to reach for your phone, which is really, really awesome. You can answer right on the Apple Watch using the built-in speaker and mic and make phone calls through the Apple Watch 2, which is really, really nice because now it's kind of being streamlined because you can do this on iPad as well as on Yosemite now with this, connectivity and continuity feature on Yosemite with iOS 8 and all that kind of stuff. So it's cool that they're streamlining this. And they talk a little bit about how, people did a lot with the Apple Watch, and there's a lot of stuff that you can do. You can also raise your wrist and say, hey Siri, to do all kinds of things with the Apple Watch. That personally was probably one of my favorite things that was actually demoed with the Apple Watch, as well as Apple Pay. You can actually use Apple Pay on the Apple Watch itself as well, which is really, really nice as well. And the Apple Watch app is available for download today in iOS 8.2, as they did push iOS 8.2 out to the public today. So you can actually go ahead and grab that. So they also did talk about some of the prices, as well as they talked about Apple Watch Edition is crafted from 18 karat solid yellow or rose gold. You can actually pre-order the Apple Watch starting April 10th, as well as you can actually go ahead into the stores and preview it, try it on your wrist, basically see what it's like. Now the Apple Watch will start shipping April 24th. April 24th. I called it. I told you guys it was going to be at some point at the end of the month, and I completely called it. I'm so excited because that means it is not that long from my birthday, because my birthday is on April 30th. So I was legit flipping out when I saw that, they said Apple Watch will start shipping on April 24th. I was completely freaking out because that means I do have somewhat of a chance of getting that for my birthday. So, that's basically it. So, Tim Cook said, a huge thank you to the talented team at Apple who make days like this possible. It's a privilege to work alongside of you. Apple Live over and out. Thanks for making this a memorable day. So anyway, guys, that's pretty much it. That was, to sum up, that was basically, Apple's event. I'm sorry if I went way too fast. It's just I want to get this out, get this out to you guys and actually be able to upload this, because if it's more than 15 minutes, then I actually won't be able to upload it. So I'll talk a little bit about some of my opinions. So I do think that the Apple Watch is really, really cool. Now, some of my friends have been criticizing the Apple Watch, saying that, it's kind of stupid to pay $500 for a watch, and I completely understand that. A watch that, stuff like that. And my friend Nick actually did make a reaction video to this as well. So I'm going to kind of stem his ideas into it. He said, definitely an all-day battery for Apple devices is good, because that's, Apple devices generally don't last all day, but you have to sit here and think a little bit about what the device actually is. It is a watch, believe it or not. So the fact that it only lasts that long on a single charge is kind of a bit disappointing, and I do agree with, a bunch of people that are saying that. It definitely is a bit disappointing, but, I have a simple fix for that. If you guys are worried about it dying and you guys want to use it for that long, which I really can't imagine anyone really would do, because normally in my life, as soon as my phone dies, pretty much it's the end of the day on weekdays, and if it's not, I can charge it, on weekends, but during the week, I can actually just sit there and let it charge, have it sit there and let it charge while I'm actually, asleep, and in the morning when I wake up, bam, it's at 100%. That could be the same thing with the Apple Watch. As soon as you get it, when it's dead and it's not responding anymore, you can plug it in and let it actually charge for the entire night. And by the time that you wake up, it'll be at 100%, ready for a new day. So to be honest, unless, you're working a job or something that makes you work a lot more than 18 hours per day, and you're up more than 18 hours per day, which I don't imagine anyone really would be, because you'd probably be extremely tired and extremely, crazy if you stayed up past 18 hours a day. So for anyone that's complaining about battery issues that, why is it that, the battery life is only 18 hours? It should be more than that. It's a watch. Well, let's, take a little look at it and kind of step back here and see. One of the reasons why Apple, didn't make it last a lot longer on a single charge is because really, it honestly doesn't matter, because, you're going to be going to sleep because a human has to, unless you're like an alien, which that sucks to be you if you have an Apple Watch and you're an alien and you don't go to sleep and your Apple Watch dies and you have to sit there waiting for it to charge. But I don't think anyone is that's watching my videos. So again, like I'm saying, I just generally don't understand some people's point of view. But anyway, guys, I'm going to be making a second part to this, so make sure to tune in, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, I'll see you in the next video. Catch you later. This is David, signing out. Peace.